Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about The Flash Season 9. We have a great video lined up for you guys today. I think this is a really interesting topic that you're going to want to stick throughout this video to find out exactly what we're talking about in its full extent. So for now, if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. As always, I want to remind you guys, please be sure to become a member of the channel by clicking the join button down below, as well as join me for my weekly live stream on Thursdays in the evening UK time and in the late afternoon in Eastern Standard Time in New York. But becoming a member is actually the most important thing right now because we are doing a members live stream on Monday. So please be sure to become a member before then and you'll be able to join me live online and be on the channel forever in a live stream. So yeah, for now, let's go ahead and jump into today's main topic. So The Flash is entering its final season. We all know this, they announced it a while ago that Season 9 is going to be the final season. Now, thankfully it wasn't cancelled and isn't suffering the fate of Legends, Batwoman, Naomi, or even Stargirl. They're actually getting to wrap up the proper season in the way that they want to, just like Supergirl and just like Black Lightning and Arrow as well. So they have a lot to wrap up. There is a lot of stuff that they got to go through. They have cliffhangers that they teased at the end of last season that they have to introduce. That's part of their main story this season. Also, they only have 13 episodes, so that means they don't have a lot of time to wrap up stuff whilst also introducing new stories, but they're going to get round to doing it all, so that means this is going to be an action-packed final season. But they also have to please the fans, so that goes into obviously the wrapping stuff up, but it also goes into introducing new things. And if history has taught us anything about the Flash and Arrowverse fans, it's that we all love crossovers. So we should probably be expecting in this final season, considering this is the last time that potentially Grant is going to be there, Candace is going to be there, and we're going to have a Flash show with all of our characters. So we're probably going to be expecting some cameos from old familiar faces in the Flash's final season. Now, some clear candidates for that is obviously people like Cisco and maybe something like Oliver Queen, so Stephen Amell coming back would be quite up there on people's lists. So of course these cameos, if they actually happen, and I think we'll get like at least like 2 or 3 cameos towards the end of the season. I don't know if it's going to be in the finale or if it's going to be in the lead up to the finale. I think the finale is probably going to be quite Flash centric. Obviously they have to end the show. Maybe they'll do like a full circle thing where Barry goes back in time and chases Reverse Flash. I think that's a no-brainer to kind of end the show, maybe in the final episode or the second to last episode. But also it doesn't seem that they are actually opposed to introducing new people and new storylines, but in different ways. Just look at what was recently revealed, that Red Death is going to be coming to The Flash Season 9. They are going to be a villain, and in fact, the person under the mask is in fact an alternate version of Batwoman, aka Ryan Wilder, played by Javicia Leslie. So that it reintroduces the multiverse, but it also reintroduces a different version of Batwoman who has become Red Death by getting speedster powers. So obviously they're bringing back an old character and they're kind of changing the character, and same thing goes for the new Captain Boomerang that you saw recently in some set photos. That is not the original Captain Boomerang, it's someone different. So with that in mind, I would like to propose them actually introducing an alternate version of Wally West, potentially the Ginger Wally West that we know from the comics and Young Justice and many other things, coming in as an alternate new member of the Flash family, mainly because Keenan Lonsdale is a busy guy and I think it's a little bit unlikely that he's going to have time for a cameo. Potentially he will come, who knows, we'll have to wait and see, but he probably won't show up, so why not bring in an alternate Ginger Wally West that many fans love from the comics. So I think it would be really cool for Flash fans, and they would definitely freak out at the sight of the Ginger Wally West, because we've been waiting and we've been speculating for years, oh, when are we going to see this Ginger Wally West in live action? Wouldn't it be cool to do a storyline where you have the two versions of Wally West and they both show up at the same time? Now that would be a good idea for a spin-off show, and I'm sure I'll talk about that in a future video, but I think for now, with The Flash being in its final season, they obviously are wrapping up a lot of stuff, but they're also introducing some new stuff. So I think they really got to please the fans for this final season. It has to be satisfying, and what better way to satisfy fans than introduce a fan favorite character like Ginger Wally West. And so I don't really know how likely it is. Honestly, this is just me theorizing, and I think, you know, Ginger Wally West could show up on something like Titans just because of how linked they are in Young Justice and in the comics. Oftentimes Ginger Wally West is in Titans, and I think Stargirl would have been a good option as well. However, right now Stargirl is not going to be a possibility because it's just been announced that it's coming to an end. But at the same time, there's always the chance that a version of Ginger Wally West could show up in Titans because they don't have a Flash related character on there as of right now. We don't know how long the show is going to run, but in the meantime, why not have them show up on The Flash? I know we have a lot of speedsters, so I guess that's the kind of main thing going against it. The fact that probably in the final season we're going to have Barry, we're going to have Nora, Bart, Jay. Those are our main speedsters. Plus you'll have speedster villains, possibly Reverse Flash, along with Red Death, and maybe Mina is going to come back in this final season. Who knows if that's actually going to come to fruition, but I think as of right now, yes, there is a lot of speedsters, but I don't see why they can't have like a little cameo or a tease for a potential Ginger Wally West, maybe on an alternate show, especially since they are, with Red Death, reintroducing the multiverse. Why not kind of tease alternate doppelgangers? I think that would be very fun and fans would like it. So yeah, I don't really know what the future holds for Wally West in the Arrowverse, but there is always the chance that they could even expand, and with James Gunn taking over the DCEU, perhaps Wally West is going to be a replacement for Barry Allen, considering all the recent scandals with Ezra Miller. So if they don't want to go with Ezra Miller but kind of continue the Flash but not recast Barry Allen and have like Grant Gustin or another actor show up, why not establish Wally West in the DCEU and re-establish him as the main Flash rather than Barry Allen? And so I think that would be a really cool opportunity for a potential Flash sequel if they ever get round to it, beyond the first film in the DCEU. So this is just like another theory really that kind of ties into what we're talking about with the Flash's final season and a potential cameo of Ginger Wally West. So I would say probably right now it's more likely that Wally West will show up in the DCEU than showing up in the Arrowverse. However, we can hope as fans, and I mean, just look at Red Death, like he's actually showing up. Well, in fact, it's not a he, it's not Batman, it's in fact an alternate version of Batwoman. That's something that fans have been asking for many years, and it doesn't seem that showrunner Eric Wallace is opposed to actually bringing in characters and actually pleasing fans for this final season. And I think he's going to go as big and as bold as he can to try and make this one hell of a final season. And so I just think that, you know, adding cameos is definitely a big thing, and we are not probably going to get any crossovers anytime soon. Yes, you may get like one character showing up on like Titans, or one character showing up on The Flash, like that Supergirl cameo that was teased a while ago, like someone from the Supergirl show specifically. But I think having something like this would be a awesome way to kind of replace the crossover that we'll be missing this year. Obviously, lots of us speculated with the Arrowverse reaching its 10th anniversary, we would get a crossover, but none of the shows premiered in October, and they are all coming mid-season pretty much. Yes, Stargirl is still on right now, but that started before, and they filmed that a while ago. So for now, The Flash and Superman Lois in their next seasons are going to be pretty isolated, apart from The Flash doing like small cameos and different changes in characters, like Batwoman showing up as Red Death in the first, I don't know, however many episodes at the start of season 9. But that pretty much does it for this theory video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Tell me your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you think it's at all possible, or do you think it's more likely that Wally West will show up in the DCEU? Also, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And you can click the join button to become a member and be featured in an upcoming members live stream One's happening this Monday, like I mentioned at the start of this video. So click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.